What is going on, dudes? My name is 13 and welcome back to Fire Emblem Three Houses Golden Deer. In the last episode, we basically took on the mission. We got to go to the ball and meet Leonie in the Goddess Tower, and then we went to the chapel that was abandoned, that was being apparently used by somebody, and spoiler alert, in case you haven't seen the episode, we were betrayed by the other girl that we saved when we rescued Flame from the Death Knight, who stabbed Gerald in the back. And Gerald died. So, it's obviously very bad. I wanted to go over this just because I'm wearing it today, because I got it between recording the last episode and this episode. This is a replica jacket of what Claude wears. I just punched the mic on accident, but yeah, it's pretty cool. I like it. And it's also actually cold in here. Even though it's not that cold today, it's just cold in my room. So, it kind of works both ways. So we're going to explore. We have a ton of lost items. I have all the lost items here on my second monitor. And we have a lot to do. We also have a bunch of support. So let's first talk here to Sothis.
If you must weep, then weep. I shall be here for you.
Thank you.
Well, it would be ridiculous to not feel anything after something like that. Go on and let it out. I am here.
Weird that it actually faded out for a bit. Anyway, we'll do our supports. So I have a support with Claude. We'll have to go find that somewhere else. Oh, I also have... Oh, I thought I had one with Rhea. Never mind. Alright. Claude has a support. Let's do his B support with Raphael.
Whew. Time to rest.
Hey, Raphael. This scene, why is it oddly familiar?
It's almost like this stuff is drawn to me whenever I'm in town. I'm just happy I can use my muscles to help out around here.
But isn't your goal to become a knight? Running errands isn't exactly a knight's job.
I heard that proper knights always help those in need. Isn't that right?
Well, you're not wrong, but I think most people would consider that only a small part of a knight's duty. A knight's main function is to fight and defend, don't you think? That said, I'll agree that helping anyone and everyone who needs it makes you a remarkably virtuous person, which is even better.
If someone virtuous becomes a knight, they'll be a virtuous knight, right? That's about as proper as you can get.
Yes, I suppose so. I, for one, would certainly look for virtue in any knight that I recruited.
So you're saying I'm the type of knight you want to hire for House Regan?
Absolutely. If I somehow actually manage to become the head of my house, that is. I can't see into the future, but you have my word that I'll do all I can to help make your dream a reality. That is, if you're actually able to let somebody help you out rather than helping out the whole world by yourself.
I'm not gonna stop helping others, but you can do me all the favors you want. All this talk of being proper is making me hungry. For my first favor, why don't you bring me a snack?
Alright then. Let's see. Yeah, next up, Lawrence has his B support with Ignatz.
Ignatz, hello. What are you up to? You frightened me. Oh, calm yourself. What is it that you're drawing?
I thought I'd jot down some sketches of everyone while they're training. And then later on, I'll try to practice their moves on my own. But I can't really concentrate on sketching if someone's watching me.
Just sketches, Even so, they're lovely. There's such life in them. It's as if they're moving on the page before my very eyes.
You really think so? You know, I always hoped to be an artist.
With skills like that, I'm quite certain you could easily make a living of it. And your demeanor is different when you draw. Bolder somehow. Ah, yes, there's an idea. Perhaps in the future you will join my retinue as my personal painter. Wait, have we not discussed this arrangement already? I had decided to take you into my service as a knight, had I not?
Becoming a knight was my father's idea. Being an artist is out of the question, I'm afraid.
So you've said. Well then, I suppose you shall simply have to become a knight who also paints.
A knight who also paints?
I have seen your talent and can attest to it. Your gifts are too great to wither away in obscurity. A knight with the rare gift of artistic talent would be most welcome in my employ.
I had never thought of that. Still, I don't understand why you'd want me as one of your knights. As a fighter, I'm unremarkable.
There is more to knighthood than combat. Courtly manners, a dignified bearing, and an aesthetic sensibility are also essential. A knight with an eye for art and the talent to create it is sure to improve the image of the nobility.
Lawrence, I'd never have guessed you were prone to such eccentric ideas. Thank you. I'm feeling a little more confident after hearing your kind words.
Oh, no cause for thanks. It is a noble's duty to provide guidance to those in need.
Alright then. We have less supports than I thought we did. Alright, Flane and Felix have their C support.
Spectacular work, Felix!
Why are you here? You're interrupting.
Oh, my apologies. I simply thought you were doing a great job. Just how sharp is that blade of yours, Felix? Do you imagine you might be able to cut something cleanly with it?
Probably.
Ah, wonderful. I have a special request for you then.
You want me to cut this firewood?
I do. I shall toss them one by one to you, and you shall make a sweeping blow to slice them.
Sounds like a chore.
I saw a knight do it once, so surely you can as well. Or perhaps you are worried that you are not capable.
What? I am more than capable.
Right. Show me what you are made of. Here it comes.
Doing them one by one is tedious. Just throw them all at once.
Say Fruit
All
Ninja.
of them, if you insist. Here we go! Wow, you truly are spectacular!
I know.
You are undoubtedly the most revered woodcutter in all the land. Now I am intrigued. Next time, let us try an even larger woodpile.
Why did I agree to this?
The one way to get Felix to do something is just question, oh, are you sure you're not, are you thinking you won't be able to do it? Then he'll do it.
Professor, I brought some flowers for Gerald.
Thank you.
It's the least I can do. Sometimes I feel like all I do is run away. Anyway, I'll go lay them out. I'm sure you will pull through this because you're so strong, Professor. Best to stay calm during such tumultuous and upsetting times. We don't know the nature of our enemies. If we underestimate them, anything could happen.
We should be careful.
Yes, I agree. I don't want to lose you too, Professor. Captain Gerald's gone. He's gone, and we'd only just reunited. I'm sorry. I'm sure this is even harder on you, but I just can't. I can't believe.
Since I'm here, we'll do our gardening. Alright, we'll plant. Well, I don't know. Let's see. I don't know what the best thing to plant is. I guess we'll do that. Whatever. And we'll cultivate with Caledonian soil.
There is no one here who has not heard tales of Gerald's valor. We have suffered a most dear loss. I do not know what the enemy's aim was, but I do know this. After what they have done, we cannot suffer them to live. If there is anything I can do to ensure that justice is brought swiftly, you need only give the word.
Hi, Teach. I see the storm in your eyes has passed. You're looking much better. I've been reading Gerald's diary. The baby he mentions. That's you, isn't it? I can't understand about half of what's written here, but Gerald really cherished you. That much is clear.
What happened to Gerald? It's terrible. If there's anything I can do, simply ask. Even if what you desire is revenge, I'll gladly lend you my power. We can't let them get away with this.
I'm so sorry about what happened to Gerald. No, Of course, my sorrow is nothing compared to yours. The Knights are even now searching for our enemy's whereabouts. They are to report back the moment they find something. If you desire revenge, Professor, you can count me in.
You gotta keep yourself active during tough times, Professor. Even if it seems impossible. That's how I got through it when I lost my parents. If you need help with anything, just come and see me. Eating and training are my specialties.
Excuse me, Professor. How are you holding up? I know how heavily grief weighs upon one's heart. I lost my mother some time ago. It was... Forgive me my moment of weakness. Even all these years later, I cannot recall that time without feeling the pain, as if it were brand new. Just know that I am praying for your mind and your heart to find peace.
First Tomas, and now Monica. I do have a theory, though I admit it is nothing more than speculation. Both Tomas and Monica have each gone missing at one time or another. It was reported that when Monica returned from her disappearance, she began to act like a completely different person. As if, perhaps, the real Monica had been killed and replaced by an imposter. Thinking of it like that, it is possible that this Solon had been impersonating Tomas for some time. How they managed such a convincing change of appearance, though, I still do not understand.
Oh, is something hiding just behind that book?
Small leather bag, and inside it a ring.
That ring! I have seen it before.
Yeah, it's over there on my shelf.
Ah, I know. Gerald showed that ring to you beside a grave. Do you recall? He said he wished for you to have that ring one day. That means it's yours. He also said that you should gift that ring to someone special.
You have lost your father. Now more than ever, do I understand how very lucky I am that you were able to save me. Professor, I deeply appreciate what you have done. Thank you. If there is anything at all I can do in return, please tell me, okay?
I've never been much for condolences.
Every time it gets me. It's just funny. Alrighty. So this is Claude's over here. So let's do our B+ support with Claude.
Hey, Teach, do you believe in gods? I don't necessarily mean the goddess of the Saros religion, just gods in general. Do you believe that incredible beings who control the fates of all really exist?
I do not.
Yeah, I didn't think so. I never used to believe in that sort of thing either. I've always hated the idea of praying to a god. After all, you can only really rely on yourself. I still believe that. You can't win a war by leaving your fate in the hands of a god. Only tangible facts can really decide a war. Which side has the most troops, the best tactics, the better organization and planning. Of course, miracles can happen, and by that I mean things that are completely outside of your control. Things that only seem to add up if you believe in the concept of fate. Things like, well, like meeting you, for example.
What do you mean?
You just seem sort of impossible. I think everyone would agree with that. You can wield the sword of the Creator, you're a tactical genius, and you have this strange ability to earn the trust of anyone you cross paths with. Before I met you, I never imagined that it was possible for someone like you to exist. And yet, now that I know you, your presence in my life has quickly become invaluable. In fact, it's hard to imagine making my dreams come true without your help. Because of that, I can't believe for a second that our meeting was just a coincidence. That means it must have been fate. Maybe it was a miracle, or maybe some god empathized with me in my dreams.
I was laughing because it's just like he described everything about, you know, the Fire Emblem protagonists from the last 4 Fire Emblem games. It's just, I just found that funny. Anyway, but yeah, some god?
Again, I don't mean the goddess of Fodlan, though I suppose it may be hard for you to grasp what I'm talking about. People all over the world have different ideas about who or what the gods are, right? Even in distant lands across the ocean or over the mountains. They have gods who see the world as a whole, who don't care about Fodlan's borders, who don't meddle in our affairs, who don't grant life or take it away. And maybe, sometimes, they'll make a miracle happen. A god like that, that's the sort of god I think I could believe in.
I think I understand.
Careful, Teach. You'll anger the followers of Seros if you say things like that. I'm just speaking my mind, that's all. I think people should be free to believe in whatever gods they want. If a person believes in a god and that god becomes a support system for them, that's a good thing. That's what a god should be. Anyway, maybe I've overstepped a bit.
No, honest to God, Claude, I agree with like 100% of what you just said. It doesn't matter.
I knew you'd understand. In any case, let's keep this conversation between the two of us, yeah?
For certain. I'm not gonna go around telling people, God, just want to play with Cirrus or whatever. Anyway, that was an interesting conversation. I also don't know who I got this other sport with. I've just been delivering lost items. Alright, I don't know who this is with. It's with Flane, okay.
It has been a while since we last spoke, Professor. Spare me a moment again, will you not?
Sure.
You recall how you helped me and allowed me to join your class, yes? I have learned a great many things since then. Indeed, I have truly grown so much. This personal growth is due in large part to you, and I wish to express my gratitude, sincerely.
I'm not sure you've grown that much.
Excuse me? Are you implying that I am still naive? I will have you know that I have made many friends and am constantly learning new things. Why, when I go to the market, alone, I even haggle. You must be familiar with the delicate art of haggling, in which one negotiates a lower asking price for an item. That is the type of knowledge common only to those as mature as myself.
How old are you again?
Who? Me? Have you not asked this once before? It is a bit rude to ask repeatedly, you know.
You never told me.
Is that so? Well, it seems we have something in common, since I do not know your age either. Come now, there is nothing to be gained from focusing so heavily on age. Touching on a previous discussion, I think I have learned more about you. I mentioned how you possess an air of mystery. I compared you to any old sea, but I have come to realize you are more like a particular sea, one I have seen before. When I was quite small, my mother would take me out to play in the sea. She was an excellent fisher, my mother. I grew to love fish deeply because of her.
Where are you going with this?
Well, you see, fish are... Oh, wait. I was talking about the sea, was I not? Anyhow, I sense that, like the sea, your depths are seemingly impenetrable. Yet, despite your unknowable depths, there is something familiar about you. It's as if we have met somewhere, long, long ago.
You think we've met before?
No, I do not think so. It is all quite strange, really. I wonder if we might be distant relatives. No, that cannot be it either. After all, if we were related, that would mean... Though considering all that Rhea has done, it is not entirely outside the realm of possibility. Oh, apologies. Just muttering to myself. It is nothing. Mutterings aside, I mean to say that you do not feel like a stranger to me. For whatever reason, I feel deeply connected to you. And for this, I am glad.
I mean, how many months have we known each other in game? Alright, I got it to Professor level B+. Cool. Alright, we are done with our things. Oh my. Okay, so I ended up unlocking 3 supports with the couple groups that I did. So first up, I guess let's do Leone and Sylvain. Their C support.
Well, hello there, gorgeous. You're looking lovely today. Join me on a stroll around town? Aw, is a sweet girl like you doing all this hard work by yourself? That's no good. Allow me to help.
Hi.
Oh, hey, Leonie. Sorry, but I'm kind of in a hurry right now.
Hey! Get back here!
Whoa, no need to yell. Do you need something?
You chat up all the girls like that, don't you?
What a terrible thing to say. I see a girl, I figure it would be rude just to pass her by without at least a wink, or a nice word. But you knew that, so I'm going to get going now. See you, Leonie.
Wait, now hold on! How come it's not rude for you to just pass me by?
Me? Pass who now?
Look at me! I'm a girl, you know.
Oh, I see. A girl. You're a girl. Huh. Sorry. I know it's true in theory, but it looks like my brain just didn't want to accept it. But you're correct. You are a beautiful girl in your own right. Yes, that is a statement with which I agree. I am ever so terribly sorry for being so rude, my lady. How can I ever make this up to you?
Hang on, back up. Don't get the wrong idea.
Seriously, I feel just dreadful about how I acted. This is the first time I've done anything like this. It's shocking that I'm capable of such low behavior. Even if you are a somewhat crude, spirited girl, that doesn't excuse my...
What did you just call me?
Right, of course. I'm sorry. I can't believe I was so thoughtless.
Hey! Acting pitiful won't get you anywhere. I won't just forget about this, you know.
Joe Brogy just does that fake. Oh my, I'm so sorry. That fake voice. He does it so well. Anyway, Linhardt and Flame have their C support.
Now then, where is that book on dance?
Hello, Flane. I'm curious if you could confirm some suspicions I have.
Hello, Linhardt. What is it?
I've recently been lost in study on the topic of Saint Setheline. You're familiar with her life, yes?
I know a little of her, as do many. But what does this have to do with me?
Interesting that you would ask that. Your question betrays your understanding of my inquiry.
I am quite certain that it does not, as a matter of fact.
I have interviewed several members of the Academy and the Monastery. All agree that you have trouble focusing on detail-oriented work. As I mentioned, I have been carefully researching Saint Setheline's history, and I found several intriguing anecdotes concerning her life. Granted, it is not stated explicitly in the texts, but it is easy enough to read between the lines and get to the underlying truth. The authors of several tomes, all written within 50 years of Saint Setheline's passing, imply she found it difficult to maintain focus on detail-oriented tasks. Then, just this morning, as I was studying statues of Saint Setheline, I came to realize how similar her visage is to your own. Interesting, no?
I do not appreciate your disrespectful approach to this topic.
No disrespect intended, I assure you. Saint Setheline is a major saint. I only mean to say that looking like her is an honor.
I actually meant that you are being disrespectful to Saint Setheline.
There was one other item.
If you must.
You are quite skilled in white magic, yes? My understanding is that you have a very high affinity for the art.
Yes, I do. I am confident in my abilities. I am glad of my abilities, for it is a way in which I am able to help others.
Indeed. Once more an echo of Saint Setheline. I'm so curious as to why such similarities exist. Her crest? Perhaps hereditary traits then? Or is it possible I am allowing myself to see patterns where there are none?
I am very busy searching for a book. I will be going now.
Alright. Finally, Ingrid and Felix with their C support.
Felix, there you are. I've been looking all over for you. Time for our tactics lecture. You'll be there, won't you?
Those things are such a waste of time.
Nonsense. You're going to be there.
Must I?
Why is this such a chore? You went last time. Though you did all you could to disrupt things, as I recall. Brazenly rambling on about clear-cutting a nearby forest to secure a marching route. And attacking an enemy base, stealing their horses. You were incredibly disruptive, and even rude.
I was offering my honest opinion.
Then, you left before we were finished. What do you suppose happened after that?
I have no idea.
Well, the conversation got quite lively. We all began breaking down the viability of your somewhat maniacal plan. And apparently, similar tactics have been used to turn the tides of historic battles.
That may be an exaggeration. Successful armies must be able to handle unexpected situations. That starts with weapon mastery and creative tactics.
If you didn't have so much battlefield experience, you wouldn't be capable of such unique strategies. Which is why we need people like you. People who think creatively to lead the army.
Now you're just massaging my ego.
When have you ever minded? We need you there. Just come on.
Mm-hmm.
Cool. And I think we'll end free time. Alright, Sylvain finally unlocked his budding talent and reason.
I didn't know I could do that.
Same with Felix.
A new power that I could use.
I'd like to ask you something.
Sure. Art has never been my forte. Even when I apply myself in Sketchathon, I don't seem to improve much. I can envision an image so perfectly in my head, but turning it into something physical that I feel good about eludes me. I feel like this is what Ingrid would want.
I see.
Nah. I don't know. I would always say the top one, though.
Professor.
When I find healing to be important and necessary, you want to focus... Yeah, you're already focusing on that, Flane. I was gonna call her Faith. Okay. Oh, Flane went up in reason. Cool. What's up today? St. Sarah's Day in the cathedral? Sure.
I may sound terrible, but you won't notice when everyone else sings too.
I can't sing very loud.
You can, you just don't want to. Rhea's birthday. Well, let's host a tea party. I don't have her favorite tea. They say that... I think they've updated this, because I don't think last time they mentioned these other things as her favorite teas. Let's try this.
I'm pleased to have been invited. I adore this. Thank you for preparing my favorite tea.
Alright.
I am grateful.
Do 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 do. Do 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 do.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Alright. Ooh. Yeah, that would make sense, because Sarah supposedly created them. Okay, I don't know. I didn't think about that last one. School days.
I truly believe you can lead your students down the right path.
Alright. Could have been better, but that's not too bad.
Of course.
I don't have any flowers she particularly likes. You can have one of these.
I appreciate
because the Lily of the Valley are actually pretty flowers. Alright. Well, that'll be it.
How quickly this delightful time has passed. However, we must return to our work.
Happy birthday, Rhea. I don't know how Marianne and Linhart built support. I didn't have them on the group task. Alright, we're going to be taking on 2 paralogs today, and I'm going to speed through the fights. So, pretty cool stuff. I don't know exactly which ones I want to do yet. Let's do Tales of the Red Canyon in an ocean view today. So, we'll start out with Tales of the Red Canyon. Sothis has a request for you, Caleb. At her insistence, he will travel to the Red Canyon. Alone, followed by curious students. Let's do it! Tales of the Red Canyon, White Clouds Chapter 10, Where the Goddess Dwells.
What was that name again?
What's on your mind?
Oh, this is frustrating me to no end. I simply can't recall. Oh, I have it. Xanadu.
The Red Canyon.
That's it. It was not long ago that we were there. And still, I somehow managed to forget.
What about it?
Well, that place brought back some fragments of my memory. I cannot help but wonder why. I feel we must return to find some answers there.
Let's go.
Yes, you are right. For as the saying goes, there is no time like the present.
Huh. Where's our professor going all alone like that?
I hate not knowing what's going on. Okay, that's it. Let's gather the others and get to the bottom of this.
You want to follow our teacher? What a pain. Ugh. But I guess I'm dying of curiosity too.
Yes, it is all coming back to me. This structure. Oh, but it's as though my memories are clouded. The most important pieces are obscured. But I once called this home. I have no doubt. I seem to recall something on the other side of that wall. I cannot see it, but I can still feel it. It is not my imagination. I know this to be true. We are already deep within this valley. Oh, what was that awful sound?
It was a terrible scream.
Yes, and that was not a normal beast, but a huge and terrifying one. Look, there, at the entrance of the valley, a giant shadow!
Alright, we're gonna repair Sylvain's
Thanks a bunch.
and Ferdinand's Iron Lances,
Thanks a bunch.
as well as the one that we have in the convoy.
Is that thanks a bunch?
Cool.
Come back.
Alright, let's do it. We gotta defeat the commander and condition as I fall.
What is it now? Those hungry wolves. That howl must have riled them up. We have no choice but to fight our way out. Give it your all.
It was a right move for us to follow Teach. But however you look at it, we're in a tough spot now.
Wolves, hawks, not to mention a demonic beast guarding the canyon's entrance. Oh, we should never have come here.
Don't say that. But what's a demonic beast doing here? Is it a stray? Even Teach would have trouble out here all alone. Let's help out before we're down one professor. First things first, we need to reunite with Teach. Hurry up, everyone.
did not go as planned. Let us return before any more hawks or wolves join us. But what was that demonic beast doing within the Red Canyon?
Poor Marianne, man. I tried to get her out of harm's way. She just ended up being in a really bad spot. But it makes sense Ferdinand got MVP. He, like, killed 3 of them, I think. What the fuck happened here? It's full? What the fuck? Did dumbass me not clear out the... Nope, dumbass me did not.
Listen, Teach, no one likes aimless wandering more than me, but it's not worth dying over.
Well, we're all okay now, so let's just focus on the positive. Ooh, maybe we can tell folks back at the monastery that we came here for battle training, with our dear professor's permission.
Hilda, you scamp. No one has a knack for getting out of trouble quite like you do. It is a gift, milady.
Oh, is that right? Well, no one can get into trouble quite like you, so it works out.
Oh dear, I put us in a bit of danger there. We are most fortunate that those delinquents followed us. You very nearly met your end. What a marvelous professor you must be, for all your students to be so concerned.
I'm proud of us.
You seem more confident in your ability to teach. But that makes sense, as you have me to help you out. How disappointing to have dived so deeply into danger, and yet to have nothing to show. Huh? What is this strange feeling? My memories. Do you feel them stirring? How curious. You seem to have grown stronger. And all thanks to our journey to Xanadu. It really was worth all that effort.
I found something.
Huh? You found this? I dare say you may find a use for that. You should decide how best to use that thing. But wow, we got a lot out of this trip. It was a bother for a spell, but in the end, I feel we should think fondly of our little trip. We actually had a delightful time, wouldn't you say?
I don't remember what we found. Divine Pulse maximum is increased. Oh, an Umbral Steel. Okay. Don't know exactly when the camera cut out, but judging by the length of the file, it wasn't that long that it was gone for. So I apologize for that. Apparently, I did not clear the footage for the last recording I did, which was several days ago. So that is completely unlike me, though. I can say that, because most of the time I clear it. Anyway, not a big deal. We're going to move on to an ocean view. Western Church extremists have taken over land sacred to Keyhole, one of the 4 saints. Seteth heads out to rid the area of them, and Flame insists on going along. So that's... I do it. An ocean view. White Clouds Chapter 10, Where the Goddess Dwells.
Brother, please wait.
For the last time, Flame, the answer is no.
You are departing for the Rhodos coast, are you not? I must come.
You will do no such thing. I am not going there to pay respects at the cemetery, but to do battle. With you there, I will be beside myself with worry. It will be easier for me to fight if I know you are safe.
But I must. Oh, Professor, you have come at just the right time.
What's going on?
Surely it must be fate that you have appeared at a time of my greatest need. My dear brother is about to set forth on a most dangerous mission.
A mission?
Indeed. The Western Church is attempting to seize sacred ground by force. With this action, they are no longer merely believers of a different creed. They are a dangerous threat that cannot be ignored. We cannot allow the holy artifacts enshrined there to fall into their hands.
I too wish to be of use to the Church. And I do admit I am terribly worried about my brother. No matter my protests, he will not allow me to come. Professor, this is where you can help. Will you accompany us both on this expedition?
Why me?
If
If you are there to protect me, my brother's fears will be allayed. Isn't that right, brother?
I suppose your aid would indeed be useful, yes.
I knew it! Please, Professor, will you join us?
Sure.
Wonderful. Let us depart at once.
Okay, we need to repair Catherine's gauntlets, not Thunderbrand.
Is that thanks a bunch?
Thunderbrand could be repaired, but at the same time, it's gonna get repaired at time skip, and I'm gonna avoid using it unless absolutely necessary. Alright, let's get started. We gotta rout the enemy and defeat his Sith fleeing foes.
You heretics who defile our goddess! The sacred coast belongs to us, the Western Church.
You are the heretics! Be gone from here at once!
Silence, dog of the apostates. Prepare to receive our righteous blades.
I will recapture the monument. Everyone else should focus on removing the surrounding enemies.
Wait, brother! I shall accompany you!
Prepare to taste the power of the true servants of the goddess. You're mine!
I must pull back.
Guide me well.
Heretics!
That's better.
That is the last of them. Flane, will you place some flowers at the monument?
Of course, brother. That is what I came here to do.
That's funny. It was a decently high crit chance, but there wasn't. I mean, what else was I gonna do? It's all good. Cool.
Your assistance is most appreciated. I can only hope that the Western Church will now see reason and abandon this place. But just to be safe, I have retrieved the holy artifacts. We cannot risk them falling into their hands. I will entrust them to you. I must confess, despite the situation, it was a pleasure to return here. This coast has a certain sentimental significance to my sister and me.
Sentimental significance.
Yes. This stone monument is not merely here to commemorate Saint Keyhole. It is also the grave of my wife.
You are safe now, Mother. Finally, you may find peace.
Your mother is also buried here?
I suppose you have earned the right to know. But this must remain between us. Flame is actually my daughter. My late wife and her mother are the same person.
I suspected as much.
And here I thought we had hidden it skillfully.
I already knew.
There are many who would seek to harm Flame due to the unique blood she bears. Falsifying her identity is necessary to conceal her from such individuals. Mercifully, I happen to look quite young for my age. We make rather convincing siblings, do we not?
It's true enough.
Mother loved the coast so much. She and I came here together often. Fishing was her favorite pastime. I used to sit and watch while she cast her line.
I remember it fondly. You did so love to eat the fish she caught as well.
Fish is my favorite food, it is true. Due in no small part to Mother.
I still come here to fish from time to time, using the skills my wife taught me. It reminds me how deeply I appreciate those years, and how I wish I could return to them.
We cannot turn back the clock, Father. We must live our lives fully, in the present moment.
You're right. That is what she always said, isn't it? Dwell too much on the past, and you may be unable to move forward. Come then. Let us return home.
Goodbye, Mother. I love you. I shall bring flowers again for you next time.
We got the Spear of Assault and the Caduceus Staff. Indeed. I also got a Levin Sword.
My thank you so much.
Makes up for not getting that one in the chest in that one map.
Professor?
Oh, I forgot to change up group task, but that's fine. You know, jousting is popular sport in Fargus. The ladies love a guy who can joust. Speaking of, it's most of my riding and lance skills. Interesting. I want you to keep going and Reason, because I like you as a Dark Knight. Oh, Claude went up in Flying, Lawrence in Reason. Marianne nearly did in Faith. Ingrid
now I see the heart of it.
in Authority, which is
I'm
good.
certain I've improved.
Because she definitely needs to go up in Authority. Let's do our gardening. Harvest whatever we got. We got a bunch of stuff. That's good. Alright, let's do that. Why not? And we'll cultivate Caledonian Silk. Apparently that's going to get me 3 this time. So I guess I planted a good combination. Alright, let's do this bow tournament here. I did a little calculation on the stats. And Ignatz would be a little better equipped than Claude. Ignatz has 2 more health. They have the same strength and HP though, so let's give it a shot here. Hubert? Okay.
I can do this!
Nice.
I get things done.
That would have been awesome actually first turn compared, but it's fine. It's very interesting. Ooh. Okay, he will survive. I'll have to use health after this. Damn. Well done, Ignatz. Okay, he does equal to what Ash does. Dang. Once again, he'll barely survive. Alright. Alright, yeah, and he loses to Petra. Damn. He just doesn't have the speed. I mean, Claude wouldn't either. I guess maybe I should check and see how Felix's stats compared. Because Felix... Damn. Her attack... I mean, it's whatever it is her attack speed is allows her to double. Felix with his 24 strength and 23 speed might be able to do it. We'll give it a shot. I might as well. I don't have much else to do this month, so let's go, Felix. You got this. Yep. He doubles Hubert. Which isn't, like...
Next time, bring your
Oh,
friends.
and his crest pops, so he just one-shot. Nice. Oh my. Yep, I should have just used Felix in the beginning. Wasn't even thinking about it. I just went off bow strength.
Another win.
Oh my god, Felix, you're so fucking good.
Too easy.
Yeah. Alright. Yeah, he'll be able to do it. Oh, wait, I didn't. I only realized he had a 72% chance to hit. Thank goodness. Whew. Should have healed. We're good though. I don't know who this number 1 would be. Who have I Leone. I was thinking, who have I taken? Leon. Well, I haven't taken anybody, actually. Who?
Next time, bring your
I haven't
friends.
taken any of the archers. We'll take that though. Well done, Felix. Of course it's Felix. Badass. Alright. We have a bunch of supports to do. I don't even know if I want to do them in this episode. I don't exactly know how long this is going to be, and there's going to be quite a bit of editing. So, let's do maybe some of them. Alright, first up, Lorenz and Ferdinand with their B support.
That reminds me, Ferdinand. I wonder if a certain rumor has already reached your ears.
I suspect I know what you are referring to. A certain noble who caused a stir at one of the local taverns, correct? For someone of status to make such a scene. What a disgrace.
I thought just the same. A noble ought to hold himself to a higher standard. It is hardly appropriate to drink and mingle with a tavern full of commoners.
Oh, that is not quite what I meant. I do not object to a noble patronizing their local establishments. In fact, I would say such excursions have value.
Is that so? I would be very curious to hear what value you mean exactly. But allow me first to venture a guess. Is it that you suppose it is proper for a noble to bolster a town's wealth with his patronage? If that is your thinking, then I would counter that whatever one adds to a merchant's coffers seldom makes it to the pockets of the townsfolk. I think that if a noble wishes to use his resources to ease the burdens of the commoners, he ought to go about town and spend it more directly.
That is wonderfully insightful, Lawrence. Albeit not what I had in mind. What I meant was this. We can benefit from crossing the threshold and learning more about regular folk. We scarcely understand the reality of their lives. In turn, they do not know about us. I have heard that some believe we have horns growing from our heads. It is an embarrassing and potentially perilous state of affairs.
You are quite right. In fact, that reminds me of something a boy once said to me when I visited a village on my family's territory. He actually asked me if I had a tail. Hilarious.
We all need a laugh now and then. As a man of status, I feel it is my calling to right the world's wrongs. But there is only so much I can do alone. Working in tandem, though, you and I could make tremendous accomplishments.
My sentiments exactly. Together we could achieve a great deal. Though the circumstances of birth may have placed one of us in the Empire and the other in the Alliance, we can still study and fight together.
Yes, precisely. Together, there is nothing that we cannot accomplish. By the way, Lawrence, do you have a tail?
Alright. Next up, we'll do Ignatz and Flame. Really.
Flame, I'm so sorry. Are you hurt?
No, no need for concern. I'm quite alright.
Are you sure you're all right? Were you injured?
No, nothing of the sort. I just got a bit dizzy, standing up so quickly.
We should go to the infirmary. Come on, I can take you there.
Come now. I appreciate the concern, but I am quite all right. Look, I am perfectly fine now. See? Ignatz. Are you there?
Yes. I'm sorry. Did you say something?
Mm-hmm. I understand now.
Understand what?
Though I know little regarding affairs of the heart, even I can clearly see one's intent when they stare so much. I am sorry, but at the moment I am not looking for... well...
Oh, no. You misunderstood. I just...
You just... Just what? What is it?
I'm just... fascinated. By you.
Fascinated? By me?
Yes. Your gaze, full of divine dignity. Your silhouette, as elegant as a statue. If Saint Sethlene herself were reborn, you would look no less wondrous than she.
I see.
Oh, I'm sorry, so sorry. I don't know what came over me, saying something like that.
No, not at all. Tell me, what are your thoughts on Saint Sethlene exactly?
Well, from the few accounts I've heard, she was a beauty, and her kindness was inexhaustible.
Very good. As a reward, I shall not report your behavior to my brother. This time.
Yes, I'd be most grateful if you didn't. I can hardly imagine what Seteth would do if he found out.
Well then, farewell. Perhaps we will have another chance to chat later.
She seemed awfully pleased, didn't she?
That was confusing. I assumed that the first part was he wasn't paying attention, he ran into her, but that's not what happened? Or something? I'm not totally sure. That was weird. Anyways, Marianne has her C support with Linhart.
Ah, there it is. Just as I thought. But what is she hiding?
Oh, Linhart. My apologies. I didn't mean to bother you.
Ah, Marianne. You're no bother at all. In fact, you've arrived at precisely the right time.
Huh? The right time for what?
You have a crest, don't you?
I don't... What are you saying?
If you hide it, that just makes it more interesting. You do have one.
Please don't tell anyone. You can't tell anyone I have a crest. If people find out, then...
What?
Please, my adoptive father told me to keep it a secret. And I personally don't want it known.
Who said I intended to tell anyone? Your secret is safe with me. I find it fascinating that you carry the crest of the erased hero.
Please stop, don't say another word. No one should know about or even speak of my crest. Nothing good comes of it. It's even the reason my parents disappeared. This crest only brings bad luck to anyone who comes near me. Even you, Linhart, you have to stay away.
Bad luck generated by the crest? Now that would be a discovery well worth making. What manner of bad luck do you suppose might beset me?
No, you shouldn't be so cavalier about something you couldn't possibly understand. I have to go.
It's true, I don't understand. But I very much want to.
Interesting. Alright. Marianne also has a support with Sylvain.
Hello, Marianne. All done for the day?
Oh, Sylvain. Yes, I was just heading back to my quarters.
Well then, my timing couldn't be better. I was just heading into town and I thought maybe you'd like to join me?
I don't think I should.
I heard a story once about a beautiful maiden who was locked up in a monastery day and night. She was held prisoner by her own fear of the outside world. Then a brave knight set the girl free and took her to town, where they drank tea and talked for hours. So, my fair maiden,
Please, you should not waste your time on me. Besides, my adoptive father requested that I not stray too far from the monastery.
Margrave Edmund wants to keep you locked up, huh? I've heard he's, let's call it ambitious. Well, just tell him who I am. I think he'd approve. I'm heir to House Gautier, one of the most prominent families in the kingdom. I've got a crest, I've got money, and I'm stunningly handsome.
That look.
What's that face for, Marianne? Was it the handsome thing? I can see how that might have been a bit much.
I don't really know you all that well, but I don't think it makes a difference. I mean, it doesn't really matter to me that you have a crest.
Oh, no. I didn't mean you should find my crest impressive. I meant your family would, and you know what? Maybe I should start over.
If you're going into town, please just go without me.
Oh, okay. I've got to get going anyway. Places to be, you know. Well, this is me going. But remember, should you ever need me, I will forever be your knight, my maiden.
I wonder what he meant by that.
Alright then. Next up, Sylvain. Oh god, so many sports. Sylvain Lysithea with their sea sport.
Lysithea, I have to say, you're really impressive. I respect you a lot, and I thought I should tell you.
Okay.
It's just, you know, you're 4 years younger than me, but you work really hard at everything. I mean, when I was your age, I wasted all my time just goofing off and doing whatever I wanted.
Doesn't look like much has changed for you since then. And unlike you, I don't have time to waste, so leave me be.
Are you going to do some extra magic training? I'd be happy to join you, if you don't mind. What do you want to start with?
I am absolutely disinterested in spending any time with you. What is it you want anyway? Clearly, you haven't been listening to a word I've been saying. Perhaps it's because I'm younger. You see fit to ignore me when I speak. Is that it?
What? No. Age has nothing to do with it. You're amazing. You're true to yourself. You know what you want and who you are. Not a lot of girls I know can say that.
Ah, so it isn't my age that's to blame for you breezing over my wishes. It's my gender.
What? Where did you get that idea? I'm just trying to praise your smarts and hard work and everything. It's impressive how someone so young...
Your lack of self-awareness is deeply troubling.
What I'm aware of is you trying to pick a fight. Calm down, kiddo.
Look, I'm really busy. Super, extremely, inordinately busy. I've got one last thing to say to you.
And what would that be?
I'm skilled with magic, and my abilities are finely honed. It's not like I need someone for target practice.
No, but I do.
Alright, Sylvain and Hilda with their sea support.
Hey there, Hilda. You're looking cute today.
Thanks. You're looking quite handsome yourself.
You know exactly how to talk to a guy. I like it. What's with all the books?
Oh, these? I was just bringing them to... ouch! Ouch!
What's wrong? Did you hurt your foot?
Yeah, I tripped earlier. But I'm supposed to return these books to the library by the end of the day.
Relax. I'm sure there's a handsome guy around here who knows how to carry books to the library. You rest your foot. I'll take care of this.
Oh, no, that's all right. You must have something more important to do.
Nothing is more important than helping you. Just pile the books on that desk, and I'll get them where they're going.
Oh, you're so kind. Thank you so much.
It's nothing. I'm happy to... Wow. That is a lot of books.
I'll just leave them right here for you. Thanks again, Sylvain. You're the best.
Wait a minute. Some of these books have dust on them. She's been holding on to these for months. The professor was looking for this one a few weeks ago. Hilda... Hang on. Did she just trick me into doing something she didn't want to do?
Yes. Alright. I was really hoping they did, but they do. Ferdinand and Flame with their sea support.
What is that lovely smell? It seems to be coming from the training area. What could it be?
You have met your match, Rust. Ah, so stubborn.
Good day to you, Ferdinand. You smell amazing. That is you I am smelling, is it not?
Ah, Flame, hello. Are you referring to the smell of this oil?
Aha! Yes, that is the smell, all right.
I am simply doing some armor maintenance. A little oil keeps the rust at bay, ensuring that the armor moves smoothly, without any hitches.
I see. I thought maybe you were doing some cooking. You smell a bit like food. But I suppose that is the oil tricking my nose.
I would not cook in the training area. Are you hungry by chance?
Not really, no. But is that oil not also used for cooking? For things like frying meat or drizzling over a nice crisp salad? Things of that nature? Were I to coat my armor in oil that smells of food, I would be distracted by hunger at all times.
I doubt that amidst actual fighting, the smell would still make you hungry. When you are in the thick of it, you devote all your focus and energy to the fight. There is no time to feel peckish.
I suppose you're right. And actually, all of this talk of delicious oil has made me hungry.
In that case, I will accompany you to the dining hall. I will be finished in a couple of minutes.
I must apologize, Ferdinand, but I cannot wait even a moment for you. I am famished. I shall be in the dining hall, getting my fill of fried goodies.
Well, that was quick. I will admit, now that she has mentioned it, it is a rather appetizing smell.
Alright. And finally, we have Hilda and Ferdinand with their C support. C+, excuse me.
Wow, I am thirsty. I could really go for something to drink.
Hilda, there you are.
Hey, Ferdinand. Thanks for your help earlier.
I do not desire your gratitude. I have a bone to pick with you. At the library, you pawned your job off on me.
Actually, I never asked you to do the whole thing. You started teaching me how and got carried away. Meanwhile, I was just awestruck by your cleverness and generosity.
Ah, well. Hey, wait a moment. Your charms won't work this time. You were just using me.
Oh, that hurts my feelings. I really was awestruck. If I had to arrange all the library supplies on my own, I'd have been there past nightfall.
With a steady pace, you would have finished by twilight at the latest.
Oh no, I'm not competent enough, honestly. I don't even know how to make a cup of tea.
You're quite a defeatist, Hilda. Hold a moment. Did you just say you cannot make tea?
That's right. I can't touch things that get hot. I'm always scared of getting burned.
Trust me, it is not difficult. You just need to be cautious as you are pouring. I can teach you.
Really? Great! Please teach me, Ferdinand.
This is a crucial skill for nobles, Hilda. If nothing else, you must learn the arts of tea brewing. Look here. You bring the water to a boil, and you put the leaves in here. All right, that should be enough time steeping. Now we can drain the water, pour the tea, and enjoy.
That took longer than I expected. Well, thanks. Bottoms up.
You may have to steep it for more time or less, depending on the leaves. From now on, you can...
That really hit the spot. Thanks. I'm a slow learner, so I hope you'll teach me again sometime.
She fooled me again. That was the last time. I swear it.
Alright then, that'll be it for free time.
Professor?
Sure, for now, that'll be fine. Alright, Marian's... Oh, Ignatz went up in swords. Why am I still having him train swords? Marian went up in white magic. Sylvain weapon, reason, and writing.
It's fun when you know what you're doing.
Ooh.
I think it's coming along.
Got it. Good to go.
Nice. And that'll be where I'm going to be ending this episode. So I hope you enjoyed. Did appreciate it. The next episode we'll do this next week, and we'll go to the actual mission. So, pretty cool stuff. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed, did appreciate, make sure to subscribe for more, and I'll talk to you all later.